Yet another feature of national income is that the values of only final goods and services are considered while calculation of national income. Yes, in order to avoid double counting, the values of only final goods and services produced in the economy are considered, which naturally means the values of intermediate goods or raw material goods are not considered while calculation of national income. I'll explain this in a greater picture. So, while calculation of national income, what we do? We just considered values of final finished goods and services. So, why do we do that? Why don't we consider different stages of production of a specific commodity before it reaches to the final stage? Very natural. See, any specific commodity, let us take an example of shirt. So how a finished product of shirt is prepared? Does it get directly prepared? No. It has a raw material stage. Raw material stage in the form of cotton. Then the cotton being processed intermediately to a stage called as yarn. From yarn or threads, you go to the stage called as finished fabric. And from finished fabrics, you go to the stage called as final shirt. Now, when you sell a shirt, which is a final finished good, do you understand that the prices of textile, prices of yarn making process, prices of raw material is also considered, and also the processing price of shirt making is considered. But in case of calculation of national income, if you add final price of cotton, if you add final price of thread or yarn, if you add final price of the textile, if you add the final price of shirt, then what has happened? The price of cotton is already added in the price of yarn. The price of yarn is already added in the textiles. And the price of finished good also considered all prices of all three stages. So if in calculation of national income, if we add all these intermediate stages, then our national income will be seen as a larger value than the realistic one. So what has happened? The same commodity has been added multiple times, and this is known as double counting. Let us take an example with numbers. Let's say for a production of shirt, you need X units of cotton which cost around 40 rupees. So on cotton, you do some processing and you make thread and yarn out of it. So that thread and yarn from same unit costs rupees 50. But understand, in that 50, the cost of cotton is also included. From this thread and yarn, you make fabric or textile. That fabric or textile is sold at 100 rupees per unit. But understand, in that 100 rupees, price of cotton and price of the thread and yarn is also considered. And from that textile, if you make a final finished shirt, and a shirt is sold at 300 rupees, understand, in that 300 rupees, prices of all intermediate stages are included. So if you calculate national income from shirt, from textile level, from yarn level, from cotton level, then your national income will have a multifold value, which is not realistic. This is called as double counting. So in order to calculate national income in realistic manner, what we do, we only considered values of final finished goods and services, which means in this case, the final finished shirt. We don't consider values of intermediate products like textiles, yarn or threads or raw material, which is cotton. Hence, in nutshell summary, in order to avoid double counting in national income, we considered values of only finished goods and services produced in the economy. We do not consider values of intermediate goods or values of raw material.